Hi guys, my name's Alex Ratner and I'm going to be going over the Gallery Walk SIOP interaction strategy. So what is a gallery walk? Gallery walk is an interaction strategy from the SIOP book, and it's similar to what people do when they go to an art gallery or a museum. When you go to an art gallery or museum, you're looking at people's work, you're looking at their interpretation. So students are viewing other people's work or interpretations of a topic and asking questions, discussing, and comparing reactions. So for an example of this is a rock cycle gallery walk. So the first step would be to assign students in a group of 4 to 5. On a chart paper, each group of students creates a poster with information about an assigned topic. So they can either all have the same topic. So for example, if they all created a poster on the rock cycle, or you can have a gallery walk where they go over more specific topics. Like say each person had a specific rock they were going to talk about on their poster, or a specific planet, or characters from a story, historical figures. It could really be anything of your choosing that relates to your curriculum and ideas. The next step would be when posters are completed, they're hung up around the room, and you're going to set a timer so each student will start at their poster and then move to the next person's poster, and they're going to have sticky notes where they can write 2 or 3 questions, corrections, or responses to what they read of their peers' posters. And you're going to give these groups about 4 or 5 minutes on a timer to think and then jot their questions or corrections or responses. And when the timer goes off, all groups are going to rotate clockwise to the next chart, and then they repeat the process until they return to their home posters. And then when students arrive back to their home poster, they read what others have written, and then they answer the questions. They make clarifications and corrections. So they're going to talk with their peers and talk with their group about what other people said. And then as a whole class, you're going to have a discussion about the various interpretations and ideas that students had at their poster. And students should share out the questions and responses they received. So the content and language objectives. The content objective of this will be, I will be able to identify the stages of the rock cycle during which a metamorphic rock becomes an igneous rock. The language objective, I will explain and illustrate the rock cycle using the adverbs of time such as first, next, then, after, that, and finally. And I will read, discuss, and respond in writing to other students' posters during a gallery walk. So here's my example of Relia. So I have a student's work. These could be examples of posters of the rock cycle, or if they were going to go more specifically, if someone did an igneous rock, or if they did their poster on sedimentary or metamorphic. I also have the rock cycle song, which I think would be awesome for students to listen to. And then another video on the rock cycle, like the actual process of the rock cycle. And I can add the link, so if you want to watch it, you totally can. And then I included pictures of the rock cycle. I mean, if I was, doing this with my students, I would definitely get some sort of actual rocks, sedimentary rock and igneous rock, lava, metamorphic. I remember doing a lab like this in college, and it helped me remember having the real things and looking at them and observing them. Ah. So why is this good for EBs? So this activity promotes reflection. Students are analyzing their constructive feedback. They're hearing others reflect as well. They also must think about, reflect on their own thoughts when making comments or questions on other posters, and discuss their opinions with their peers. Ls are interacting with their classmates. They are sharing their thoughts, hearing others' opinions, they're hearing others' thoughts and opinions and discussing. And Ls are practicing both written and oral academic language. And in regards to languaging, for the language competence, I think it falls under two. I said students are working on their discourse competence as students are building on their academic language for this specific science topic when creating the posters, asking questions, and discussing. And I also think it falls under pragmatic competence because students are effectively using language in the appropriate manner, whether that be discussing information with their peers or writing down their thoughts, questions on a sticky note. So, in that regard, I said a tip would be to model the types of comments that are appropriate to put on the sticky notes. So, show students how to write constructive criticism. And then, for example, how to indicate an error, suggest a correction, or how to give specific and helpful praise. And then the language scale, it covers all four language skills. Students are reading, students are writing, speaking, and listening during this activity. And that's it. Thanks for listening.